Well, pickle my gherkins if we're not coming into the height of the second part of the year of marathon racing. That's right, and in this video I'm going to show you how not to fail in marathon with the preparation in the coming weeks up to your race day. That's right, 7 key facts of how to help you ensure you get to the marathon start fit, fresh and ready to go. Well, butter my crumpets, my name is Donato, current England Masters coach, mentor and all-round nice guy, and I'm going to share with you my 7 top tips of how to prepare for the best marathon you can have. And I know there's a lot of experienced runners watching this also, so I'd love to hear from you and share the top tips that you have in the comments below also. So without further ado, let's go. Number 1, racing weeks up to your race marathon. That's right, if you want to have the best marathon race, racing a 10k or half marathon weeks before your race marathon is probably one of the worst ways of throwing a spanner in the works to ensure you have the most optimum marathon race. Yes, doing those races may help in some way, but if you're going all out gung-ho to run a PB at 10k or half marathon, then number 1, it's going to take you days, weeks to recover from that, and in those days and weeks you won't be able to do the training required to ensure you get to your race marathon at optimum shape. But also, never mind the recovery, you'll be fatigued, and if anything during the marathon you may have a DNF or things will go wrong and you wonder what happened. Yes, I've seen it so many times with other folks here, especially on the old YouTubes, and these are qualified coaches as well, who are going out gung-ho racing and then things go wrong in the marathon. So if you want to have a successful marathon, do not race hard 10k or half marathon weeks before your race marathon. Let's get to number 2. Number 2, nutrition. Yes, one of my favorite topics because I do love eating, but we need to ensure, especially the week before, carbing up. Yes, now we know a lot of runners need high carb diets anyway during the training so you can do the training correctly, but certainly the week before marathon, carb up, you know, pasta, rice, potatoes, all that stuff. You don't need to overeat, but you certainly do need to start adding a bit more. For me, I like to keep it simple, 2 meals a day in the week up to marathon, either rice or pasta, and then switch it up between whether it's lunch or dinner, rice or pasta. That for me works nice and simple. Hope that works for you as well. Number 3, what goes hand in hand with nutrition? That's right, hydration. Water, drinking water throughout the week. We talk about 2 litres, again that's very subjective, but ensuring that we're fully hydrated for the week before, so when we come to race day that our body is fully hydrated and ready to go. Remember, being at optimum level, ready for the start of the race. Yep, keep drinking. Number 4, again one of my favorite topics because I like doing a lot of this, that's sleeping. Yes, the week before, try and ensure to get a good night's sleep every night. Yep, every night, 7-8 hours. If you can do more, great, but do what you can. And even if you're not sleeping during those nights, because sometimes we get a bit nervous, just go to bed anyway at set times, get up at a set time and get that working in a good pattern. So get good sleep the week before, which leads me to number 5. Number 5 is also about sleep, but it's more to the point about not stressing if you don't get enough sleep, especially the night before race. If you wake up stressing that you haven't had enough sleep, whilst it may have some impact, you stressing about not getting enough sleep will have more of an impact than the lack of sleep itself. Does that make sense? So I always tend to go with the flow. What will be will be. You know, I've done my best to try and get a good night's sleep. If I've not had a good night's sleep the night before, nothing I can do about it. Yeah, we don't have any control, so don't stress. In fact, I'd say don't stress about the whole process anyway, let alone not getting enough sleep. Number 6, that's right, Now it is the morning of the race, still before the race. The biggest thing I've seen a lot of people do, even some influencers on the old YouTubes, eating too much for breakfast. Yeah, eating too much. I can appreciate 26.2 miles is a long way, but if you've done the training correctly, if you've done all the preparation correctly, you'll know more or less what you can eat for breakfast. Yeah, and basically having a big fry up or 25 Danish pastries before an actual marathon, and you've not done that before, may not be the best of ideas. Yes, that's right, I have seen some influencer do that before a marathon and then wonder why they got the stitch after about a mile, 2 miles into the race. So number 6, don't eat too much for breakfast. Last but not least, number 7. Yes, 7, the magnificent 7. It sort of leans from what number 6 said. If you haven't had big breakfast for your long run, don't do it the day before. And this is about anything. Don't try anything new on race day. Now, I know some people will do that for the content, but leave them be. Yeah, they can carry on doing that and get their clickbait if that's what they want to do. But you want to have the best race, the most enjoyable race, and the best race that you want to do. Don't try anything new. No new running shoes, no new nutritions, no new foods, drinks, anything like that. Do what you've done during your training. Trust the process and you'll have a great race. So that concludes all my 7 points. Is there any that you want to add? I know there's a lot of experienced guys and gals out there who've done many marathons. You want to add some other tips, tricks and stuff? Add them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and add it to that. And I hope you have a great marathon, whichever one you're doing. In fact, let me know in the comments below what marathons you've got coming up, if any. See you all soon. You know me, guys and gals, I do like an addendum at the very end, something in addition to this, and it's to do with injuries. If you get injured in the preparation for a marathon, or especially if you get injured within the last couple of weeks leading up to marathon race itself, which I've unfortunately experienced myself. And sometimes I've gone on to do the race, other times I've withdrawn because my health, long-term health, is much more important, which is why I'm doing this addendum. You need to make a call depending on what injury you have. Speak to a professional physio, sports physio, and ask their professional opinion whether you should or shouldn't do that. But it's down to you in the end, irrespective of what they say. What do you think? My general rule of thumb is 9 times out of 10, depending on the injury, you should not race it. Yeah, not go hard, go all out. It is a long way. If it's just a minor niggle and it means you can't go fast and you still want to run it, then run it easy. Yeah, that might be an option. But for most people, I would say bail out and recover and get ready for the next one, where you'll be fitter, stronger and ready for that. Believe me, I've had some races where, and I can appreciate especially the long distance ones, the ones the other week, if you're traveling all the way to the other side of the world, to Sydney, you know, what call do you make? For me, the way I try and frame it is I'll go and support and still do some filming content, which I've done. I think at one of the Manchesters I had to drop out of, Manchester marathons, I went there to support and film and had a great time. Yeah, as disappointed as it was not being able to race, we do what we can and enjoy it. So make the call yourself, but speak to a professional and ask for their opinion. Yep, I know, serious stuff, eh? See you all soon.